Hey y'all, it's your girl Jazzy, and we're back with another video. Hey, back with another video. Hey, back with another video. Hey, we're back with another video. Hey. Hey, it's voiceover Jasmine. So y'all, I'm gonna try something different with this video, okay? I'm gonna do a mixture of just talking and just letting music play in some sections, okay? Just to see, how you guys like it. Of course, I'm gonna tell you the overview of what kit I'm using. It is a Dash of Sun kit. This is the week of April 14th through the 20th. I'm using a Dash of Sun kit. It is Easter week. And I typically go more of like a faith kit. But with Dash of Sun, this was so beautiful. It wasn't too over the top Eastery with the bunnies and the eggs and everything. And then I want to do something different. But when I tell you these colors, and I think this might be one of my favorite weeks so far. All right. Now I did get the full decorative kit from her, and that was me showing all of those. And then I got all the the add-ons and the washi sheet, and then she does have some full sheets, and then I got both foil samplers from it as well. All right, so I'm gonna start laying the base down, like the header and the footer, and then I'll be back. Alrighty, I'm back. All right, so I kept it simple. So I was like, I'm just gonna do some music over the footer or the bottom washi and the header. Kept it very simple. Used those gorgeous thick florals down at the bottom. Used the little gingham blue strip at the top. Now I did like how I accented it with the like scallop foil header, and then the days. Now y'all, I am gonna put some date dots in there. They end up in there at some point. So yeah, I just kept it simple. It doesn't always have to be so much going on, and I do like to have different styles throughout the planner itself, or styles as far as how I'm laying my stickers. Okay, now something I do want to start doing is, like, all the kids have some type of quote box or something in it that's involving a quote, and I'm going to start putting that up there in that little top corner. So this one here was just a Polaroid layering situation that was already done for me. I love that for me. And at the bottom of the Polaroid, it says making memories. Being that this week was Easter week, also Holy Week, just remembering what Christ did for us. So that was my thought process with that. Added a little foil, butterflies and a little egg to it, and boom, that was that. Something I will say that I love about the decorative kits is the fact that some of the shops have the scenes already layered for me, and that makes it a lot easier, because like I said, as I'm learning how to do this, I'm figuring out my mojo and my style when it comes to layering. And if it's already done for me, I'm able to just add a couple of little foil elements onto it, not too much thought, not taking too long to get plans laid down. All right. Then, of course, I have to have at least one doll per weekly spread. And this week I am using Stick with Katie. I believe this was Nina. I'll have to, when I lay her down, I'll see what her name is from the sticker. But she was definitely one of the newer ones that I just recently got. And I'm working on doing a haul video, so we'll see how that works out. But yeah, I just took some of those torn washi strips and did that wooden background and then the blue gingham, and just layered them under her. So, Nay, her name is Nay. So I can just have, like I said, some of that clustered collage elements onto it. Okay, now, Dash the Sun did something so amazing, y'all. So amazing when it came to gingham. She gave us foiled gingham. All right. And y'all gonna get to see that foiled gingham in a second. It is gorgeous. All right. I'm mad at myself because I only got one of each foil color. Look at that. Look at that. I only got one of each foil color, but I will be buying some more. Okay. And she also has like foiled ink swatches. All right, y'all, foiled ink swatches. I got to get some of them too. Okay. Your girl was shopping with some limitations. Like I say, I'm trying to do better at my spending. Okay. Now, I do PR for Dash of Sun. My PR code is Jasmine10, I believe. It's going to be down in the description and my link as well. Would love if you click those things. But I still am spending my coin. So I'm just trying to be a better steward of my money and be mindful of my spending. Okay. Now here, y'all, it wouldn't be a plan with me if I don't lose my stickers. Okay. It's always a major loss, and then I have to stop and recalibrate and get them all back organized. I edit all that stuff out, but it happens every week. Every week I lose my stickers. All right. So yeah, I got some type of little base situation down here. I'm going back to see, because this is a memory planning for the week before. I journal for 1 week, and then I go back and memory plan for that current week the next week. If that, I always ask if that makes sense. So I'm able to go back and look at my journal instead of me trying to keep things on like a sticky note or in my notes in my phone. I just journal about the day, and then when I'm memory planning, I'm going back and seeing what I want to highlight for that day. That's pretty much what it is, and that's what I'm doing there, because I have to make sure that I'm leaving room for me to add the plans, the things that I'm trying to, notate and remember. Okay. And if y'all recall, I do use a foil backing from one of the washi strips to help with the layering, and I used it a lot this time and was very happy with how it all turned out. Like, very, very happy with how it all turned out. Because I was able to see and move and maneuver things as I went along if they needed to be, without having to like mess up and get aggravated with the fact that, because first of all, we're dealing with washi paper. It's very dainty, very, very dainty. So I'm able to see how things look using the back of the washi paper that the stuff comes on. Okay. So I definitely heavily relied on that. So, that made me happy on how it turned out. Okay. Still just looking through to see where I can add some little accent pieces, because like I said, I gotta still have room for the plans. All right. So I believe that's going to be it that I'm gonna lay down for the first half of the week. Once again, y'all, I done lost my stickers. All right. I just I lost that little clear sheet of paper. It's so difficult to keep up with it. I have like 3 of them, and I lose all 3 every time. Every time, all 3. So yeah, and it's clear, so that don't help. And that's why I keep some type of little sticker on there. So like, hopefully, fingers crossed, that it helps me locate it. But it don't be helping me locate it at all. But I found it. Okay. And we are here once again, doing another little cluster collage situation. And like I said, Chelsea is one of the shops whose kits make it easy, because she has a lot of clusters already together, scenes already done for you. So it just makes it so much easier for me to, one, not have to, buy so many things or pull out so many things to get those layering effects in. And then 2, I don't got to do as much work either. So I thoroughly enjoy that for me. And then see, as I go along, I find other little things to add here and there to the other page. Okay. Still trying to be mindful that I got to make sure I have enough space for the plans for the week. I do love this size planner because I'm not overwhelmed. Some weeks I don't even have enough space to, I don't have enough things going on to even fill it up, or I may not have, if the kit I'm using, because I am, using kits that are already in my collection. I'm not buying any more kits. I may not have a bunch of kits to use either. So on those weeks, like for next week, that one's going to be have a couple of more white space on it. They don't have a bunch of clustered and layers and all of that, because for one, like I said, I'm using an older kit, and then 2, there's just not a lot going on, So imagine if I had a big 7x9, I would definitely be in trouble trying to fill in the space and use up a bunch of stickers. And like I said, I'm trying to be mindful and only buy what I need, and if I'm just mindful of using what I already have, I can make it work. All right. It's definitely it's fun challenging myself to see that, girl, you can use what you have, because first of all, I bought the stuff because I thought it was pretty, so that's why I bought it, right? But yeah, so you see, I am tan up this gold gingham. All right, I'm gonna have to definitely get some, but be on the lookout, because Chelsea will be having a sale in, I think she said June. March, April, May, June. I think it's June, but be on the lookout. Like I said, my link is below. Anytime you can get a discount with just using my code, and then when she has new releases be on sale, and then you can layer the code with all of that good stuff. Okay. All right. So yeah, that is a script that says Happy Easter, because definitely Easter was Sunday. So I just wanted to add, keep that little simple situation up there. Okay. And I didn't even realize I had another little clustered area up there also. Look at me. And I think I kept this one simple too. This week really was not too much going on, because we were preparing for Easter. TJ, getting his schedule, getting himself focused, and, family may be coming in, or just, preparing for the holiday. So yeah, now I'm going to lay down swatches throughout the pages, which is something that I also enjoy doing, because then when I come back to actually just lay down the plans, okay, it's a lot of less work to have to do and worry about. And I'm just filling it in, because even after I lay down all the ink swatches and stuff, I love the way it looks. I'm going to do like a pan over so you can see it, of what it looks like with it. Okay. And now, y'all, just a special mention. I am so happy about how I'm trying to make sure that I stay in frame. I think I did a good job with this video. Okay. I think I did a good job here. And then, I think this is going to be it. We're going to move on to the daily pages, and I'll be back after this. So I might be back in the middle of the daily pages. We'll have to see. y'all, I just want to notate, I think me personally, I'm liking this. I think I'm liking this, okay? Because I'm not, like, those areas where I got music playing, I wouldn't know what to say. No way. So I would just be rambling. But we're getting into a part where I'm going to do some freestyle clusters, layering, and child, your girl was struggling, okay? I was struggling. First of all, y'all see, I started with Sunday. And that little corner, that little corner took a lot out of me for whatever reason. Where I added the little foil corner piece and then the little ducky down at the bottom. It was very cute, very simple, but it took a lot out of me. And then come back here to Monday with this large scene, which I'm glad I had the large scene. Was able to add a couple of little foil gingham torn pieces. Kept that simple. It wasn't too much. Glad I had the perfect doll to go along with it, because I didn't want the doll to, like, the what is it called? The proportion. The height proportion of the scene to be, not nice and even with the height proportion of the doll. So that's why I didn't use the Kira Stylus doll there. But here, so this is not for the weekly plan. This is for that very next week. And what I try to do, TJ ends up preaching, and what I try to do is make sure I have space, because I do my notes, for any kind of preaching, Bible study, or anything like that. I do those notes in this planner as well, just as, like, that's the journaling option that I choose for it. So I need, space for that. So I tried to keep it simple here. Just used one of the verse planning dolls, one of her, because verse planning now, and I PR for her as well. Verse planning now has smaller dolls, but I like using the big dolls for these type of situations. Very minimal. I think it was like a total of 3 stickers at the top, 3 stickers at the bottom, and then boom, a doll. And that's it. Especially when I'm trying to do all the layering and pull from my, get my creative juices flowing. I want some pages where it's just simple, because mind you, I'm doing the weekly and I'm doing 7 daily pages. Okay. So I just want something that's just going to keep it simple for me. And I will have a couple of simple daily pages. And for this one, Tuesday was it. And very happy for the reason why Tuesday was it. Okay. Now going on to Wednesday. Okay. Wednesday, in hindsight, Wednesday was easy, but Wednesday was not, because this is where I did a lot of free flowing or freestyling on my layering. Okay. It turns out really cute, but it was, like I said, I'm still learning how to do it and getting an eye for it, so it's not so much, or I don't feel like it's so much work to sit back afterwards and be like, oh girl, you did that, it looks so pretty. I am very happy for that, but just to try to get the layering, and then the photo strip, there are like some open spaces there, but they're so doggone tiny. Like, they're so tiny, I can't do too much behind them. So I was like, I'm just going to use some of the torn washi, but child, that was a fight. Okay. That terrible washi. Rippable washi. That was a fight. And then I'm dealing with the washi sticker itself, which is, the foil strip, which is dainty. So, I will say though, like I said, it turns out really, really nice. I'm glad I got these, what are these called? These scripts in the foil. Because they came in handy. I think I used a couple of scripts all throughout the spread itself. So I just gonna continue to layer and add. And it looked like this didn't take a lot, but child, I chopped this. This here has been edited down to this point. I probably took easily 30 minutes just on this little situation here, just to figure it out. How I and what I wanted to do. Okay. And then to turn around and you'll see, where child, I lost my train of thought. I won't say I lost my train of thought. I was paying attention to what I was doing, having flashbacks of trying to put that little foil grass piece behind that dark gone bunny ear. Once again, using this clear backing is such a help. Such a help, okay? Because, listen, if not, you talking about struggling, I would really be struggling. Like, it wouldn't have been able to happen for me. Not with this washi paper. Because I'm going to get aggravated with it. That one little piece I just put down on the sheet, I'm going to get aggravated with that and be ready to just be like, you know what? Wednesday ain't going to have. That's all Wednesday going to have right now. But I pushed through, y'all. And I think it's going to be really nice. So, like, I'm going to step out because I feel like I'm rambling again. I gave, a brief overview, heads up of, my thoughts and what's to come, I guess. So, I'll be back. Alrighty, so coming back to just finish it up. This one here was not as complicated, and it didn't give me as many problems as Wednesday did. Thursday didn't. It kind of just all fell into place. And I'm gonna say again, having this little clear sheet, the backing from a washi page, washi sticker sheet that I've used before, was such a huge help with getting these layers done. So if that's, you're learning and trying to, play around with layers, I highly recommend you use that. And then let's see here, Friday and Saturday were super easy because the kit comes with 2 large scenes that has all the layering and stuff on it already. And as you see, I laid the sticker down, added 1, 2, 3, 4 other stickers to it, and was done, able to move on to the next thing. You're gonna see me play around a little bit here as I try to figure out what to actually add, but kept it very simple. And then the one I'm going to use for Friday as well, same thing, use that other one. This doll from Stick with Katie turned out very gorgeous with the colorway, and the eggs. And like I said, trying to add that height. I built it up because this one here, once again, layering was already done, but you see how short it is, so I'm gonna just add a couple of pieces to it to extend the height. Nice foil element here. Me and that sister girl had her hand like, and what? And who? I'm gonna add a little butterfly after I add the back, add a little butterfly, like the little butterfly is just landing on her thumb. And then I think I'm going to, I'm gonna add some more of that gingham behind it. I placed that on the sheet to, kind of pinpoint where everything else is going to go. And then that was it, y'all. Like, these 2 here made Friday and Saturday so quick and easy. And then we're just gonna go into like a quick overview after the pen, so you can see how all of it came together after I added all of the dailies in. I got my normal companies that I'm using, Sticky Perks, Whimsy, let's see here, and the Bonnevie lady. As always, they're all going to be listed down below. And just that's Monday and Tuesday. Then you have Wednesday and Thursday, Friday and Saturday. The doll on Wednesday was from Kira Silas. And then you have Sunday. And I think, Sunday didn't have a doll. All right. And that is a wrap for this one. Hope y'all enjoyed. Bye.